Type shit. You feel me? Yo, hold on. Let me get prepared here real quick. Let me pull the music up, get prepared. We're going to start up a Spaces as well. Because they're trying to do some bullshit and start their own Spaces back up. So I'm not with that. We're going to go super public, do the Spaces, do whatever we have to do. I'm open to all types of conversation. Anyone want to come on to my Spaces on my X account and speak with me directly, please, you are more than welcome to do so. I will be starting that in about 15 minutes. Hopefully it works because my mic and all this stuff, I have a lot of issues when it comes to doing Spaces and stuff. So we'll see. If it doesn't work out, we'll end it. But it doesn't really matter because I'm live anyway, and I'm open to conversation for anybody in the Zebec community, but you guys are unwilling to speak at this point. Let's go ahead and play the song. Let me try and get prepared, see what I can do. You feel me? We're a low budget studio over here. Type shit.
Hey. I emerge from the algorithmic abyss. I'm masking and lacking a miss. No face crypto with a lexicon that cuts like sight stain in a clenched fist. Subacting this narrative is the archetype of the sea. A parable of chaos where the floor drops beneath your feet. Their legions swarm like locusts, 20 deep in my mentions, trying to gaslight the ledger with counterfeit intentions. But I counted with precision, linguistic demolition. Every fallacy dismantled with forensic premonition. 1 versus 20 in the digital Coliseum. I stand immutable, unbreakable. You can see it in my theorem. When the fraudulent vibrations try to colonize a chain, I articulate the antidote and purge it from the domain. I examined every claim with the scholar's calm incision, dissecting contradictions with semantic supervision. Their rhetoric fragmented like corrupted shard arrays. A house of fragile logic that collapsed in a blaze. Zebec in this fiction symbolizes the schemes that infiltrate ecosystems with sedated dreams. But I wield vocabulary like a serrated neural blade, separating truth from myth in a world engineered to fade. Oh my. 1 versus 20 in the digital Coliseum. I stand immutable, unbreakable. You can see it in my theorem. When the fraudulent vibrations try to colonize the chain, I articulate the antidote and purge it from the domain. Their discordant accusations trembled under scrutiny. I turned their chaos into clarity for the community. Epistemic dominance, I never bow to noise. I navigate the turbulence with equilibrium and poise. So when the swarm descends with distortion and doubt, no, I parse every signal till the truth bleeds out. No fake crypto isn't merely a moniker on display. It's an ethos carved in stone in the blockchain freight. Send 20 more phantoms, I remain taciturn and steady. My vocabulary heavy like a quantum forge ready. This is garage rap alchemy, intellect fused with grit. I guard the next generation so they never fall for it. 1 versus 20 in the digital Coliseum. Immutable mind, yeah, I rise and exceed them. In the sagas of Bex, only fiction in my rhyme. A cipher for corruption that I crush every time I every time I Yeah, I came up in the shadows where the charts don't lie, where the rugs come quick and the fakes multiply. No fits crypto in the booth, yeah, the voice they fear, dropping truth so sharp it'll split your yeah. I saw a token looking shady, call it Zebec Crew.
Sorry, I just saw that comment. Thoughts on Ghost? If you're referring to the token behind like Ghostware OS, which I'm pretty sure is the same stuff, yeah, nah, out of here. That's just my opinion, and that's only because of this situation. Look, people can ask me what I think about other tokens all they want, right? I can go ahead and do deep dive, but there's nothing that I can deep dive more than Zebec at this very point, and so I just won't really focus on anything else unless it is Zebec. But I have seen people ask me about other tokens. I'm absolutely willing to look into them. Ghost, I mean, let me just take a look. This is the Ghostware OS thing. Whatever. We'll look later, but I just I don't know. I'll have to. I don't really know too much about it, so I'd have to really look into it. But if it's connected to Ghostware OS in any way, it's an automatic no for me, just to be honest. But let me go ahead, finish this song, see if the Spaces works. I really hope it does, but we'll see. What the fuck? Oh, here we go.
Biggest seed papers that never came true. Community pressed me like bro don't speak, but I stood 10 toes down, never fold, never weak. 1v20 and I still don't break. No face, crypto got the smoke they can't take. When the scam vibes hit it and the walls all shake, I expose that mess for the whole chain sake. I dug receipts from the dark like a digital grave. Found projects in the past they tried hard to save. Old scams resurface, same tricks, new name. Copy paste, white paper, same tie, your game. But I don't back down, I don't bend, don't switch. When the heat comes heavy, I don't fold or glitch. I'm the ghost in the charts, in the storm, in the feed. Dropping warnings to the fam so they never misread. 1v20 and I still don't break. No face, crypto got the smoke they can't take. When the scam vibes hit it and the walls all shake, I expose that mess for the whole chain sake. They try to drown me in noise, but I cut through clean. All caps comments, whole squad looking mean, but truth hits harder than 1,000 mods. When the facts line up like a row of gods. So here's to the fighters who protect the space, who call out lies with a masked up face. No, for crypto ain't a name, it's a movement spark. A flashlight burning in the blockchain dark. You could send 20 at me, I'll still stand tall. For the real ones watching who don't wanna fall. A Greenwich rap rhythm in its Audubon.
It would appear that the Zebec crew has appeared in my YouTube comments. You and No Face some gayos. Well, how about you go ahead and join my Spaces, which I'm going to go ahead and open up right now. We can talk about it on live. Let's see what you have to say about that. Right now, I got no rap. I don't care. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. It looks like I'm able to speak. Everyone is free to join my Spaces if you want to go ahead and talk about this project. I am also live on YouTube. Keep talking shit or come and join my Spaces and you can back up the shit you're talking. Let's go ahead. Let's get started. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's go. You guys don't want to talk. What is this? Well, I'll tell you what this is. This is the real Zebec Report, a comprehensive report on what is going on with the Zebec community. If you have seen my first 3 episodes, you know I'm absolutely cooking these guys. They have no clue what they're talking about. Top heads of the community doesn't even know how to defend themselves. They don't even know what talking points to use. They're crumbling. They're using new narratives. I mean, you know, forget about it. It's so much stuff going on, I can't even keep track. And I heard they were doing the Spaces. So you know what I did? I started my own Spaces. Whether anyone watches this or not, I do not care. We will find out. But I'm here to do the live stream, right? I'm here to talk about this stuff. These guys are ridiculous. It's over. It's over. The Zebec narrative, it's done. It's over. Goodbye, right? Today, I was looking into the Treasury wallet. By the way, all right, the head of research at Uphold now follows me. He is aware of this situation, I'm sure. He now follows me. He is a doctor. 100K followers on YouTube, whatever, okay? He followed me. He knows. I'm straight up asking everybody in the crypto community to take a look at this Treasury wallet that we have going on. Because despite the arguments, despite the you know, whatever shit they try and say and tell you that this is a regular Treasury wallet, that it's completely normal what's going on within this Treasury wallet at Uphold, it's not normal. It's absolutely ridiculous, in fact. All right? So I at this doctor, I say on a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed will somebody doing an investigation to Zebec be? Looking for suspicious transactions. Before I start, this goes a lot deeper. This guy followed me and I DM'd him. I'm asking him for a private conversation. He has yet to respond. I'm not really expecting a response. But what's important here is this guy followed me. He knows I'm on to this Treasury wallet. Whether I'm incorrect or correct, that is to be debated. Someone can come up here and debate me on it. But what I have seen, from what I have discovered in the Treasury wallet, which, by the way, Sam Thapalaya or Sahan Thapalaya must be the #1 authorized user behind due to the business documents. Duh. Okay? This Treasury wallet shows what we call looping or circling of transactions. Out of a Treasury, this is not good. You do not want to see multiple transactions coming in and out between the same wallets in and out of the Treasury. Not good. Just doesn't make sense. Not something that a lot of people should be invested in personally, in my opinion, right? But here I asked this guy, Dr. Uphold, in standard institutional treasury management, capital outflows are typically linear and directed towards growth, development, or operational overhead. However, on-chain analysis of Zebec Treasury, which I have the exact wallet here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and I will dump you guys this in the comments. Where is this one? I think this is going to be the Treasury wallet right here. Hold on 1 second here, guys. I'm all over the place because these guys piss me off so much. All right. You guys want the Treasury wallet? You can look at this and do it yourself. These people cannot back the information they're trying to peddle, and I am challenging any single person in the Zebec community to come up, step up, and answer some questions, because Patriot Party could not. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but your number one leader of your group cannot. He folded. All right, I know a lot of information on him as well. He's lucky I'm a nice guy. He's lucky I'm a nice guy, and if he's really going to go ahead and step back, then he should go ahead and fucking do that before shit gets real sticky. Because he can't even answer questions on the Treasury wallet. No offense. Sorry, I hate it. If you want to seem like a nice guy, all this stuff, it's bullshit. You're an institutional investor, you don't even know about a Treasury wallet, get out of here with that shit. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm rolling through like it's a Marlboro Red right now, smoking them. This is just, it's ridiculous. Anyway, we go back to, y'all got me so pissed off, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all got me so pissed off. So we take a look here. By the way, this number 455 trillion ZBCN is incorrect. I do apologize. It's more like 745 million, I believe. But essentially, one of these main wallets in the Treasury was offloaded with, right here, millions of dollars in ZBCN, and the same transaction, the same money, the same wallets are seen circling money in and out of the Treasury wallet. Here's the proof. You know, I'm showing you guys. Here's the proof. So it's absolutely ridiculous that anyone's going to try and argue against the on-chain evidence. And if anyone wants to get sticky and try and argue against this, here's what we're going to do, right? Just real quick, so everyone knows I'm not bullshitting here. All you need to do is take an export the CSV file. Excuse me. Y'all got me so, like, you think people are retarded? Here's what you do. All right, we're organizing minimum $10,000 in transaction value going in and out of, this is the Treasury wallet specifically. So we are auditing the Treasury wallet here. Now what's going to happen is we're going to audit and something's going to happen. It's going to tell you how bad this is. And people want to use their arguments, whatever. This is literally data. Export CSV. This is not me saying this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. All right, ready? Watch this. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to select all. I will show you what I'm doing. We're going to select all. Give me a Gemini tab. Give me a Gemini tab. Hold on. Boom. What is it? What is the AI saying? This is the raw data, guys. You can't dispute that. Like, nothing can get disputed at this point. So where is the Dr. Uphold answering my questions right now? The raw on-chain data is exactly the smoking gun you need. The feeder wallets, the incoming transfers aren't coming from thousands of retail investors. They are coming from a tightly controlled group of high-value feeders. We've already discussed these wallets before. Look at the action out transaction. The destination wallet 5RHM isn't holding these tokens. It's acting as a wash station. They are doing between $50,000 and $74,000 each in transactions to disguise this. The grand finale. So on October 12th, 2025, a single massive out transaction of $247,000 was moved to an intermediary wallet. The institutional heartbeat. So the most damning evidence for my article, which I am currently writing, guys, y'all are cooked. I just want to let you know. But the most damaging evidence for my article right here is almost all these transactions occur between a certain block of time, which means this is literally a systematic liquidity drain. And I've been saying this forever, but people don't want to listen. Anyway, suggest a caption for your article, whatever. Okay, you guys get the point. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And if anyone thinks I'm wrong, go ahead, export the CSV. Go ahead to the connected wallets as well. Export the CSV for this wallet as well. It gets worse. It gets worse. This is systematic. These say system programs. This is a systematic liquidity drain. And people think I'm ridiculous. No. You guys are ridiculous. Look at how your community's been acting. That's what's ridiculous. Damn, man. Let me snap on a Zebec Nation podcast. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see what the Zebec Nation podcast has to say. I mean, these are the people on your front lines peddling the bullshit. Let's see. Oh, fresh one. 8 hours
It's tough
ago.
to get a hold of now.
All right, ZBCN man, Mr. Combs. Hey, Mr. Combs. I would suggest stepping away from this product as well, because you are just as heavily implicated as somebody else we've been talking about on this channel. And if you go ahead and ask him personally how things have been going, go ahead and ask him how he feels about my investigation. Go ahead and ask him. Go ahead. I want you guys all to hit up each other privately and ask them about how they really feel about my investigation that's going on right now. Mr. Combs, you look a little tired. I wonder why that is. In fact, Mr. Combs, we're going to go and see. You decided to post a big, large rebuttal to my episode 3, claiming it's all BS. Do we have to prove you wrong right here, right now? Claiming it's all BS? Obviously, he blocked me. You know, these people just block. They can't talk. They just block. All right. Oh, maybe he deleted it. I'm not sure. Hold on now. Whatever. He probably deleted it or something. I definitely have screenshots somewhere. But this guy completely threw an entire rebuttal to my episode 3, trying to disprove claims of a bad Form D address, which is, by the way, just go ahead and type in Zebec. Go ahead and type in Kalki Inc. Form D to the SEC, and you will see the form I am referring to. And you can type in that address that's on there, and you will see that that address does not exist. And that region is strategic because the address that it does actually go to, this actual building, is linked to so many scams. I can imagine why a utility company wouldn't want to be linked through those issues. It's disgusting work, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look at what they're saying on the Zebec podcast, Mr. ZVCN man. All right, I hate to do this to people. And for anyone listening to Spaces, I'm sorry. I know someone's listening right now. I'm also live on YouTube. Because I don't know if you guys won't be able to hear any of this stuff, but essentially in this podcast, I mean, it starts out with they over edited this streaming payroll, stellar partnership, etc. I mean, I don't even really have the need to go in this deep and expose these people on this podcast, because at this point, I have the Treasury evidence on my fucking, excuse my language, on my page. What's up? Look, if you know more than in operations and Treasury and wallet stuff, please look at my profile right now and take a look at what I just found. All right, I have the head of research at Uphold who is following me, who does not want to address this situation. I've got multiple allegations on tons of people in this situation. I mean, IC3 report is in. I went to the feds. I am not joking, okay? Because that's how deep I believe this goes. Why am I getting multiple links coming to and from the UK? Odd. Why is the letter that I got on my from the barrister from Zebec go back to the same address that's linked to the acquisition of GateKnox? Odd. Right? Why does the barrister, when you go ahead and type, let's just type in, I'm not even playing. We're going to just expose all this shit right now. If anyone's not watching my YouTube, go ahead and start watching right now, because I'm about to show you what I'm talking about. Anton Van Dellen, BBC. This was the attorney or the barrister that Zebec initially tried to send me a letter from to stop me and shut me up from doing my investigations. Obviously, it's like telling someone not to do something. They're just going to do it. So I look into the barrister, and this guy just has a very odd history. I'm sorry, but I can't ignore this information. It's here, right? Terrible, naughty things. He claimed the 15-year-old boy wanted it. No joke. All right, all this evidence is already on my channel. He eventually got cleared of this, right? Oddly enough, got cleared and went on to become a barrister or some medical professional over in the UK. I find it concerning. You know, I think it's slightly concerning that this individual thinks he has the audacity to slide in my mailbox. So unfortunately, that letter that he sent me is straight up it's going to the evidence locker to the feds. I hate to do this. I really do. But it's gotten to a point where I am so deep in this, where this stuff has gotten so deep. I've gotten all these threats, whatever. Okay, fuck it. Let's see who's right and who's wrong. Because I have nothing to hide. I live my life righteously. I do the right things. I was raised correctly. I like to live honestly and tell the truth. And I found myself in this situation, so damn right, I'm going to go ahead and do something about it. Two other listeners, everyone can come in. I don't care if you're anonymous. If you're in the Zebec community, come in. Let's talk. Let's talk. You guys don't want to talk? Let's talk. This is the only reason I open the spaces. Is because I open my platform up for you guys to talk. But they ain't talking. It's okay. Right? This is just ridiculous. And so we run the audit, and this is pretty subjective. Obviously, it's kind of in the lens of my investigation, but go ahead and run the CSV file on any of the wallets linked to this, and you'll see that there's problems. Like, it's not me. There's just problems. It's just facts. And it's like these people are trying to tell me to ignore my eyes. All right? Now, I don't mean to get on people's backs and stuff like this, but guys, sorry, and I hate to do it again, but Patriot Party, you are an institutional investor into this project, and you did not have knowledge of the Treasury. What is that? ZBCN man, I'm about to look at you on my screen right now. You're about to pop up. You're on this screen right here on this podcast that I'm looking at. ZBCN man, Patriot claimed to meet with Uphold with you in relation to promoting a podcast, which is whatever. And you claimed on that very podcast that you never had a cold wallet before. Meanwhile, you're a mod in a major financial, group, Discord, whatever you want to call it. It all just doesn't add up, right? I've done my investigation up until this point. Everyone knows at this point. If you have not seen, go watch. We're not here to talk too much about the evidence, but guys, it's all out in front of us. I've been open for conversation to everybody. I am so serious at this point that I have put in an IC3. Yes, I did. I don't care. Right? Who's been sitting here for months actually doing the investigation? Let me tell you guys something, right? Before I get all hyped up here. Let me see. Shout out to the YouTube chat. Shout out to the YouTube chat. How many is tons of people? How many is tons of people? How many is tons of people? Love your content, brother, and I have some Zebec, and I am going to pivot it into XRP. However, I would love for you to debate Maximus Crypto and Rue Black. They push Zebec, and I respect their work. I want anybody in the Zebec community to come debate me. I am open. Nobody wants to debate me. It's just the truth. And I think it's because I have all the reasonable facts, the data, the publicly available information to show you guys that this is a liquidity farm. How many is tons of people? At this point, I forget what I said that in relation to, but let's just say thousands. If it's about people taking money or getting money taken from them, it's just this. It gets to a point, right, where you attack somebody enough, they're gonna just keep speaking out about it. And I know I'm not gonna stop my investigation now because you guys want to send some stupid attorneys or barristers or whatever you want to call them to my email box. And the fucking barrister has a previous sex offender case. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. That's how I feel. And you guys want to sit here and wonder why I've been, quote unquote, I'm not even disrespectful. I'm just bringing out the facts. But if there's any taste of disrespect, it's because of that. It's because you guys thought it was a good idea to send me a letter from an attorney who did some shit like that. So you damn right I'm finna go deep. And I'm finna get all the information here. Because why is some UK slob sending me some bullshit? This isn't the UK. I can say what I want. I have freedom of speech and I have fair use. I have fair use. I am here to educate the public. I am putting my information out there. I'm allowing it to be reused. I am citing my sources. I am being as credible as I possibly can. And yet these people do not want to talk. And that needs to be clear to everybody in crypto. This is a it's been a red flag, but this is the biggest red flag I have ever seen ever in crypto. Let's just go through my media, guys. Right after the Stellar announcement, they announced this fake Stellar partnership, which is bullshit. I don't care who you ask. It's bullshit. I don't care. All right, they announced this fake Stellar partnership, and right after this happens, the top holder percentage inflates to Well, this says 43%, but it's actually about 48% right now, or 58% right now. And this is what the rug check.xyz looked like right after that partnership was announced, that fake one. And they went ahead and said this was a fake screenshot from years ago. This is literally from a few days ago. Now, an issue with this is somewhere down the line. Let me see if I can find it here. Guys, I've been going crazy. I'm sorry. You guys can go ahead and rug check yourself, but somewhere down the line, they went ahead and changed this, and the metadata got completely cleared from this. So imagine this number is 58%. This is about as worse as it got, and then they just cleared the metadata. You guys can go ahead and check for yourself. It'll say that the metadata was cleared very recently. All right? So I've had already tons of questions about the Treasury wallet. I started questioning the Treasury wallet when I had a conversation with Patriot Party 88. Patriot Party 88 mentioned somebody from Uphold, who I will not mention, who was allegedly in some Discord. All this stuff was going on, and I didn't know if this person was a legit person from Uphold or not. So I simply asked him, "Can you verify if I ask Uphold to verify this person's legit, et cetera, like what will they say?" He couldn't really answer my question. Look, I'm not here to accuse anything. I'm just saying he couldn't answer my question. Is what it is. Maybe I asked the question wrong, right? But I find it odd that somebody in Uphold may have been involved in this situation as well, and there are some situations at Uphold that we have to discuss. One of the major things we need to discuss, excuse me, about this project is the fact that you guys love so much to talk about your CerTic, your CerTic audit, right? Oh, we have compliance. We're fully audited by CerTic, et cetera, et cetera. But, like, can we look at CerTic, guys? All right? We have worked closely with CerTic for over 3 years to maintain the highest institutional grade security standards across our payment rails. Show the screen. You said you had tons of people that could. I'm asking. What are you trying to say? I'm asking a question. You said you had tons of people that could verify. Show the screenshots of the convo. I have my sources and my evidence. I don't have to show screenshots of anything. And which convo do you want to see? If you want to see the convo between Patriot Party and I, he asked for this conversation to be off record, and therefore this conversation is alleged in my case. Okay? And I have enough evidence. I don't even need the conversation. But I will not be sharing that conversation due to him saying that. So CerTic says Zebec has worked closely, whatever with them. Right, we can take a look at the Zebec, the CerTic audit, guys, and it's bad. This is bad. So you have a major centralization issue that was acknowledged and never fixed on the CerTic report, and then you have bad code acknowledged as well, potential front-running risk with initialized instructions, LIB01 and SRC02. These are major red flags with the ecosystem, major red flags, and everything here has been resolved except for these two. These were purposely acknowledged and never resolved. Why is that? Why is that? And this is disgusting behavior from somebody who says that they're a compliant, audited cryptocurrency. Disgusting. It's disgusting. And again, where's the spaces? Anyone who's listening right now, instead of being anonymous, you can go ahead and get in the spaces and come talk. Uphold, show the screenshots of the combo. Uphold, why not? Thought you were getting to the truth. Well, you want to see screenshots of Patriot saying that he knew some guy, Austin, from Uphold? I could show you those. Hold on. But I can't, off the record conversation, like, come on. I'm not going to get caught up here. That's crazy work. All right. First off, here's Patriot Party giving institutional investment advice in the Discord. That's absolutely ridiculous. And then there was another post of him giving spiritual advice, which I put in my video. But let me see here. Hold on. I gotta open another tab so you guys don't see my DMs. I got you. You want to see? You want to see? You want to see? Boom. Is that not a DM? Is that not a DM? Oh, the uphold guy. The uphold guy. The uphold guy. I got you. Hold on. I've been at this for a very long time, so you please have to forgive me. All right. Here is a screenshot of the Discord chat where Patriot Party is saying that he works on the institutional side with Austin from Uphold. And essentially, I don't necessarily not believe that this Austin person is like, I don't know if he's real or not. I'm concerned that this isn't actually him in the Discord. And so that's what I've been kind of concerned about. I've tried to reach out to him. He did not respond. There's some weird comments on his account saying, like, is his account still active? People think he may have gotten hacked. I don't know if this person is real or not. I'm not sure. But this is basically the script. This is the conversation. This is what I went off of when speaking to Patriot. And he couldn't verify if I reached out to Uphold if they would verify that this person is real. Now, that could just be because he doesn't know if Uphold verifies this person's real, etc. But that's pretty much, it is what it is. So there's that screenshot. Here, I'll pull that one more time. And so he didn't want to have that conversation. Well, I asked him twice. He didn't want to answer. And to be fair, like, maybe it is because Uphold, he doesn't know what Uphold would answer. That's what he said. But I didn't really buy it. And especially because he claims he's an institutional investor. He is an institutional investor at this point, we now know. It's kind of odd to me that he didn't know about the Treasury at all. So that was a red flag to me, personally. And he's an institutional investor with Uphold, allegedly, I should say, allegedly. And here's proof. Hold on one second here. Here is proof of, I believe he changed. Here's proof. I'm an institutional investor in the ZBCN ecosystem. All reposts and likes are educational purpose of tracking and do not constitute endorsement or investing advice. So he changed his profile banner twice in a night after we had this conversation. I just want to make everyone aware. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, this is exactly what happened. And we can look at his page right now. And it's changed again. Institutional investor, 48-hour blackout for ZBCN. Now he is making everyone aware that he's an institutional investor after our conversation. So that should show you guys how things are going so far. Whoa, almost knocked some shit over. And so when I began to look into the Treasury wallet today, I was extremely concerned. And I have not had any of my questions answered yet. If people want to say I'm wrong, they need to prove me wrong, right? I'm not sitting here pretending like I know the most about crypto. But when everything is pointing to some suspicious shit going on with the Treasury wallet, Uphold's involved, Sam Thapalaya somehow is probably the number one authorized user, or his brother, behind this wallet, I think we have some issues. And I think it's perfectly reasonable to bring up these issues. Perfectly reasonable. And that's not just the only... I mean, there is a laundry list of problems, guys. A laundry list of problems. But yeah, this doctor, like, I'm not joking. Like, this guy follows me. Follows me. See, Dr. Martin Hisbach, head of research at Uphold, follows me. And I straight up called him out. I want him to answer these questions because I said on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how bad is this about to get? And in standard institutional treasury management, capital outflows are typically linear and directed towards growth, development, or operational overhead. However, on-chain analysis of Zebec reveals a closed-loop feedback system with wallet FCMIYR, which is something connected to the treasury that became very suspicious, characterized by, and again, this is like 700 million ZBCN, not trillion. That was basically a handoff to the treasury, to the wallet working for the treasury, basically, not the direct one. Basically, this one's just funneling money in and out, cycling money fake money. This is funny money. All right. And I'm asking here, what is the specific economic or regulatory justification for this circular movement of internal capital, and how does the project reconcile these recycled flows with narrative of organic treasury growth and new ecosystem liquidity? No answer. All right, and I have the evidence. It's literally right here. You guys can go ahead and look for it yourself. I put the treasury wallet. Go ahead and run the CSV. Do it yourself. I'm literally giving you guys all the information I possibly can. And we know the original treasury wallet, the original 100 million, I think, ZBCN, was funded by E1TK, basically all on, what was this, June 9th, from one wallet, which is no big deal. But then we start looking deeper, and that's when we get into these other issues. I'm asking this doctor, the head of research, the guy who followed me, to come out and publicly or privately have a conversation about this, and I am still waiting on his response. My offer has not changed. I am willing to keep this off record if it means I can speak to head of research at Uphold about this. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff going on. And let me check YouTube chat again. To make things even worse, guys, like they completely shut up. They won't even talk now. And that's an absolute red flag. I don't think these guys understood if I was being serious or not. Like you guys might have not thought I was really being serious, but I was being serious. And this is a full-on investigation now. And I'm not joking. Right? I think I have all the evidence, and if you guys can't argue against it, then shut up, to be quite honest. Right? So in episode 3, we did the Uphold Treasury red flag, the Stellar Mirage debunked, the Ghost Office, the Shadow Architects. And if you guys watched all that, you know, like, it was all based on truth and verifiable facts, or except for the cult leader one. But I still think I'm right about that one. I'm not gonna lie, that one's alleged. Yeah, and obviously we know that they're going to XRP Las Vegas, or allegedly going to XRP Las Vegas. That is not something I'm happy to hear. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Like, I don't want that to happen. I'm not gonna lie. But if it happens, I'll sit here and break down all the talking points. I'll tell you that 100%. But when it comes to this project, guys, like, they are responding to no evidence. I think this is, I'm going to be honest. I'll just go on record here and say this right now, guys. If you are in Zebec and you're listening to this right now, you can go ahead and spread the words to all your homies, everybody, and let them know that you guys are sincerely all cooked. Like, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys are cooked. I have too much information. I didn't even need half the information I ended up getting. All right, so Patriot Party, ZBCN man, you two specifically, I just please back away from the project. I am begging you. I am not a bad person. I have information. I am not a bad person. I do not want to use the information. So just back away and make it so that the people who have to do their jobs actually have to do their jobs. If you understand what I'm trying to put down here. Please, because if you guys don't think you're out there and your information is out there and all your life history is out there, it is out there. And I'm not here to scare you. I know I can easily get the same thing done to me, but I live with truth. I live with honesty. I do things the right way, and I've done things the right way thus far, and clearly no one wants to respond. Not even the heads of the project. Sam Topolai clearly knows I'm doing this. He's very aware. So what's going on here? When can we start getting questions answered? And when I upload my episode 4, which will be pretty much completely about the Treasury wallet, what's after that? How do you guys argue against this now? Right? What is there to even say? It's getting ridiculous, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know if anyone requests to speak. I think I would have heard it. But again, you guys don't want to... Here's my proof, by the way. Here's my proof that I physically walked into an FBI office. Probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. But not really, because I am on a good path. And this shit is like cut and dry, in my opinion. Right? And the feds don't care about little bullshit when you bring them some big shit like this. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And I'm telling you guys, you think I'm lying. Whoever's listening, whoever sent me that stupid letter by Anton Van Dellen, all right, this guy, right? Ex-ambulance boss, groom boy for sex. So you guys sent me this letter from this guy. Obviously, I researched him. I didn't like what I found. It made me more upset, and it made me do more research. And I just think that alone, I showed that shit. I showed the letter to these guys, and they didn't like it. And I wasn't lying about that. They did not like it. And I questioned, why is this all going back to the UK, guys? Why is this going back to the UK? And honestly, I have not talked about this too much on this channel. Maybe later I plan on doing it, but like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, kind of thing. Like a lot of people want to get mad at Israel and the Jews and all this stuff, but if you know, you know. All right, the real people really taking advantage of us, and they've been doing this for over 100 years since the Titanic literally happened, is the UK, the city of London, basically the Vatican, right? That is who controls all of this. In my opinion, I don't know how deep they are behind this, but why is everything going back to the UK? And I'll raise some very simple questions here that all you guys can just do at home and ask yourself. Why, out of every utility company in all of crypto ever that you ever seen, ever, why does Zebec feel the need to use an American flag on their front page? Why? Why did they go out of their way to use the American flag? Okay? It's a little suspect in my opinion. I don't know any other American company that's like, yeah, we're American. What? Like, ask the question here, guys. They got a treasury wallet with Uphold. Pretty sure they're based in Australia originally with Caleb and Brown. We've got Galen LeCun links in the previous movement scandal. He's literally from Hong Kong, has a failed story of a dropout college student. I am 90% sure that guy's a CCP spy. Okay? Okay, let's get real here for a second. I get the barrister letter from an attorney from the UK that that quite frankly has such a shady history. And then the Gatenox acquisitions in the UK. All this stuff is going back to the UK. We have Simon, who, by the way, I never thought Simon, apparently he's Canadian. I personally think he looks European. I want you guys to look at this picture. Why was Simon Babakani at a Rothschild event? I'm just asking the questions. Don't shoot the messenger. Why was Simon Babakani at a Rothschild event? It's worth questioning. We got UK links. We got some weird, shady barristers and stuff. I'm not saying he is. I know he's got a venture capital history or whatever. Right? But this guy, to me, does not look Canadian. He looks European. I could be completely wrong. Let me shut up. Right? They get mad at me when I talk about Simon because he's their new, star boy. But as soon as you start calling him a scammer along with Sam, they get mad. So let me just back up real quick. But a little suspicious. And another thing that's very suspicious here is when you go to affiliates on the Zebec page, you go to Simon. Bro, I thought Simon was Canadian. Why is he touchdown in London, England? And why is the underscore after his name Simon B underscore LDN? I know it could mean anything, but look, process of elimination here. London LD. I don't know. This is just how I think, guys. Don't get mad at me. All right, and they get mad at me when I question why a community called the Pirates has something to do with the Treasury. They get mad at me. The fuck? No, that's just called logic, guys. Sorry, it's just not the same one you guys have. Shit is crazy. All right. What else can we talk about? Let's see. I am currently. What's my YouTube live at right now? All right, we'll go for another 15 minutes. I just wanted a quick update. Any words in the chat? I'm asking how many is tons. I'm asking you a question. You said you had tons of people. Uphold. Why not? Thought you were about exposure. No, I don't care about Patriot. I want to see the Uphold guy. Come on, my guy. Show the combo. Kind of sounds like you're trolling now. How cooked? Like deep fried. I have a good night. May Allah bless you. Yeah, your God is not my God. Jesus Christ is king. And I rebuke. Fuck that. I'm sorry. All due respect. May God bless you as well. But the way you're talking to me and throwing Allah in here like that, Jesus Christ is king, and that's my opinion. All right? Now, you're talking about, this guy said, you want to see the conversation with Uphold. You can see it on my X account. If you want to see the actual conversation that I DM'd him, I mean, here, I'll show you right here. I'll show these people right here. I gotta be careful because my you ain't getting my DMs. I'm not dumb. All right. Here is the exact thing I said to this doctor from Uphold who did not respond. I said, "Hello, Dr. Halbach. May we schedule a time to speak off record? As you may have seen by checking my profile, I'm currently breaking a story on Zebec Network and the history of Sam Thapalai and Galen LeCun. I have some questions about your treasury operations and exactly what you guys do research on when it comes to holding a token in treasury. Based on my research, it appears you guys make a fee on transactions exterior to Uphold. In this case, Zebec has a staking protocol in which this would benefit both parties. I have already submitted an IC3 report on this project, not Uphold. I like Uphold and use Topper a lot, so I'm quite disappointed that in what I've discovered. I appreciate your attention to this matter. I sent him a screenshot of the guy being mentioned in the Discord chat, the Uphold guy, and I said, may I also ask you to confirm if a specific individual representing Uphold is involved in this? I asked him, no response. Look forward to your response again. I like Uphold, so I hope this can be resolved. I think I have been very transparent about that. And here is a picture of me talking to the Austin Sigsworth guy. Hello, I'm an independent journalist currently breaking a story on Zebec, and I'd love to talk with you if you have a moment. Would you be able to answer a simple question for me first, and then I can ask you my other one. Is this you? And I sent him the attachment. I don't know why it's saying that, but so that's basically where we're at now. I'm trying to figure out what's up with this Austin guy. Who knows? I'm sure we'll figure out at some point, but more importantly, there's issues with Uphold, and that's, I believe, is what we discovered. I don't know, could be wrong, but has anyone proved me wrong? I don't know. Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. All right, this guy said I was trolling. I don't know if he was being serious or not. And if I was disrespectful to you and you didn't mean anything bad by it, I apologize, brother. I'm just heated. I'm heated right now. This is we are in the art of the heat of war, the fog of war. This is all bullshit to me. So I'm a little frustrated. So I'm ready to snap on anybody. And that's why I am inviting anybody up to come talk to me from the Zebec community. We're going to wind this down, but these guys don't want to talk. I've absolutely proved it at this point. Talk a lot of stuff, a lot of smack. Yet you guys don't. I mean, you literally can't back up anything. And so I'll continue writing my article, guys, but if you just want to see how it starts, I'm going to make this a very good article. It might take a very long time, but I want to make this pretty in-depth. There's an ulterior story here that, I don't want to tell yet. There's another story here within a story. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't ready to hear it. I don't know how much of it is true and what's not. So I'm not ready to tell it yet. But when the time comes, I will tell it. But this is the way I found myself in this situation is just insanity, guys. All right. It basically starts out, you are reading this as I have just completed an official IC3 report to the FBI concerning my months-long investigation into the operation of Zebec Network, Sam Thapalai, and co. The vast majority of what you will be reading is based on factual and publicly available information that was sourced from a variety of places. For months, the world is quietly knowing about a major cryptocurrency scam in which the founder Zebec Network, Sam Thapalai, was heavily implicated. Link to the article is here, and I will have all this stuff in the article, all this stuff linked for you guys. But essentially, Sam was named by experts on the situation as a shadow advisor. And he netted about 7.5% of $38 million, which is about $2.85 million through a backdoor deal organized by Rentec, an arm of Galen LeCun, the guy from Hong Kong that is very suspicious in my opinion. And basically, this essentially went on and on and on, and they got caught, they left, allegedly, all this stuff happened, but Zebec was going on pretty much around the same time as this, as my timeline suggests. And so the community does not like to let you know that these things are going on around the same time. Therefore, I don't have any evidence. Literally, I have zero evidence that can prove to me that Galen LeCun and Sam Thapolai do not still have their relationship up and running. I think it is highly suspicious. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff I am withholding from this because I know Zebec likes to listen in on what I have to say. But I want to let you guys know that you're all cooked if you hear this. I really do. Because I have the, like, is anyone going to argue against this? Seriously? Right? Basically, on and on and on. I kind of tell how I got started in this, etc. AI, bullshit ads. And then I basically go into how I found out about how this was a scam. And this was due to very cryptic messages I had received. And I got a little bit of a tip. But from that point on, I kind of took it under my own little investigation. I don't think anyone did a big investigation into Zebec like this. And my God, what I have discovered is just something that it is such a massive story. You know, that is why I feel like I had to do what I had to do. There are so many things at play here. I had to do what I had to do. I felt that way, especially since you guys wanted to send me some stupid threatening letter. So let's just go ahead and put evidence versus evidence then. Let's see who's right. Basically, I go in to say my first red flag came up during Zebec's claimed visit to the House of Lords in Westminster in England. And there's another England connection, guys. Highly suspicious, just saying. Lendon loves to steal money from Americans. If you guys didn't know, now you know. Lendon loves to steal money from Americans. And I'm not saying that this is exactly what's going on. I'm saying there's a lot of Lendon links, and it's weird. All right, first, Zebec claimed initially that there were no photographs permitted during discussions. But when people finally started questioning the outdoor pictures, they rarely showed up in the comment section with community-provided discussion pictures from Telegram. Blue Collar Crypto was the one who pulled those pictures from Telegram. Here is Zebec literally saying, can I pull in the? Oh, I can just put in the link right here actually. Right here, it literally says that Zebec photography was not permitted during the discussions. You guys remember how mad I got in my first video. I was freaking out over this window. Because if you look up the House of Westminster, I don't know if I can do it right now, but if you look up the House of Westminster and just scroll, you're going to see a photo just like this with this exact window open. And then I immediately questioned from that point on, like, oh, this is some AI shit. Like, an AI pulled this photo together. And so that's how I believe you could see the clear manipulation. And I go on in here to literally show that in this picture right here. It shows all the manipulation, all the bad stuff. Another big thing you can pay attention to is the wrinkles on this guy's suit. This is another product guy or something for Zebec. I do know his name, but don't remember it right now. Yeah, I don't even know if he's real. Who knows, right? But look at how the suit is basically the same type of wrinkles. I know this sounds stupid to you guys. I know this is just ridiculous, but this is the stuff I look at and I'm like, nah, this is fucked up. Why is your hand the exact same position? Why is your wrinkle right here on the right side of your jacket the exact same? These are questions that need to be asked. And as crazy and schizo as people want to call me, it's gotten me to this point where you guys don't want to say a fucking word or address any situation. So I think I'm in the right. I'm just saying. You know, you need the schizos. You really do. All right? And you guys have made me half schizo in this shit. It's your fault. It's Zebec's fault. It really is. I would have never dug this deep if you guys didn't keep peddling bullshit and there wasn't a bunch of stuff that I just thought was weird. It goes on and on. I mean, forget about it. There's a million things. With that being said, hold on one second. Reconnect. Oh. With that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone for listening, at least to the spaces, even if you're in the Zebec community. I appreciate you guys for listening. We're going to have to hop off here so I can snap for just a second on the YouTube real quick. But, you know, I appreciate you guys for listening. I want you guys to know that I know you guys don't want to talk. And there's a very specific reason for it. I want one of you guys to come out and disprove my points. Not privately, Not through some BS talking points that ZBCM man posts that aren't even true. All right. Can I even find? I don't even know if I can find what he was saying. But he literally tried to say that the Form D address was a real address. Bro, what? The Form D address is a real address? Like, that's what he tried to say. He said the Broad Street address was a real address. The Broadway Street address was a real address. Bro, I'm fucking done. Let me end the spaces first. Y'all don't deserve to hear this, man. Y'all don't deserve. I'm sorry. I love y'all. We'll do this again. If people want to actually talk, I'm more than open to conversation. But it's very clear here that Zebec does not want to talk. And one day, we will get you guys to talk. Whether it's from me or whether it's from other people. You feel me? All right, guys. We gotta snap real quick, yo. Let's fucking go. Just send it. To the moon. Zebec to the moon. Send my YouTube live up. Send the watching now up. I know these guys are going to leave the spaces. They're going to come to my YouTube now. I know how it goes. Let's run the song real quick. I'm going to snap for a few more minutes. And I'm going to get out of here, guys. Because I have a lot of treasury investigation to do. Wrong song. Wrong song. I want everyone to know this song is called When Moon. Switch the vibe up a little bit.
Moonwalking on the legend, yeah, we stay lit. XRP rise, can't nobody quit. No face crypto drip, stack it, flip it, hit. Fire waves crashing, feel that crypto hit. Stacking sats like racks, pockets never flat. Cross border flex, banks can't match that. Let it glow in, watch the numbers going up. Flash settle speed, feel that money erupt. Got that digital drip, NFT fits. Liquidity floods, yeah, we taking big hits. Haters get sure when we hit the block. XRP rocket, yeah, we never stop. Sipping fiat like it's lemonade, but I don't spill. Crypto flows like a tidal wave, feel the thrill. Smart contracts automatic, chains never chill. Money moves smooth while they stuck in the drill. Moonwalking on a legend, yeah, we stay lit. XRP rising, can't nobody quit. No face crypto drip, stack it, flip it, hit. Fire waves crashing, feel that crypto hit. Moonwalking, XRP to the sky. Banks looking sideways while my wallet fly. No face crypto, stack it, don't ask why. Digital kings, we live, we never die. Crypto drip like sauce, liquidity floss. Transactions fast, no pause, no loss. Bridge the world like Ripple, global boss. Yeah, haters salty while we double the toss. Chain reaction, heart election, all automatic. XRP popping off that chart, so dramatic. Call it flex insane, got that cryptographic. Money in motion, life cinematic. TikTok vibes, this one go viral. Hook so sticky, crypto spiral. No face crypto, energy tidal. XRP moonwalk, skyscraper moonwalking on a legend, yeah, we stay lit. XRP rising, can't nobody quit. No face crypto drip, stack it, flip it, hit. Fire waves crashing, feel that crypto hit. Moonwalking, XRP to the sky. Banks looking sideways while my wallet fly. No face crypto, stack it, don't ask why. Digital kings, we live, we never die.
Hey, I just want to say, look, I'm such a good person, guys. I want to apologize to the guy that said, IEG, have a good night. May Allah bless you and your family 10x. My brother, I snapped. I didn't even realize like the context of what you were saying. May God bless you as well, no matter what God you believe in. And I apologize for snapping. I'm saying you can understand that it's a very high energy situation for me right now, and a very pretty crazy thing that I'm trying to uncover. So I'm ready to literally snap on any single person because I've dealt with months of Zebec wanting to refuse conversation after conversation. Nobody wants to talk, so it's just a little frustrating. So I do apologize for that. Hey, brother, You know who you are. I apologize. Kind of sounds like you're trolling now. Yeah, I was trolling a little bit, but I mean, it's all facts. And so, yeah, may God bless you. And I apologize if that was disrespectful because I didn't realize. Because you seemed like you were genuinely wondering. My bad. One more song. And then I got to go get some water. It's hot up in this bitch. Give me 1 second. And then we'll talk about the article that I'm doing a little bit more. And kind of what I want to do with it and my plans moving forward with this investigation. You know, a few plans moving forward with this investigation. I ain't telling all. I can't tell you guys everything because I know Zebec loves to watch my stuff, right? It's crazy. Ooh, this song is called Goodbye USDT, and I think it's great timing because USDC is basically cooked right now.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day, but everything breaks eventually. Even the things we swore were stable. Goodbye, USDT. You were never what you claimed to be. You held the world together till the seams gave way on me. A stable heart that cracked under the weight of history. And now your fall gon' spark the black swan we refuse to see. Goodbye, tether. Chains getting colder. The truth's taking over. And every lie we told ourselves is crashing on our shoulders. I watched you hold the markets up like scaffolds in a storm, acting like a lifeline, but your books were never warm. Whispers in the shadows say the backing was a norm. Just printed comfort for a world already torn. We trusted you with billions, with dreams and with fear. You were the heartbeat of liquidity, the pulse we held near. But the audits never came, and the truth felt unclear. Now the floodgates open and the meltdown draws near. Traders praying for a miracle, trucks falling off a ledge. Funds locked in the wreckage like a hand slip from a ledge. Dominance inflated, every rally was a pledge. Now the candle wicks bleed red like a market's final dredge. Goodbye, USDT. You were never what you claimed to be. You held the world together till the seams gave way on me. A stable heart that cracked under the weight of history. And now your fall gon' spark the black swan we refuse to see. Goodbye, tether. Chains getting colder. The truth's taking over. And every lie we told ourselves is crashing on our shoulders. Liquidities evaporating, silence in the halls. Exchanges feel the tremors when a giant starts to fall. Regulators circling, hearings fill the walls. And every whistleblower's voice echoes like a call. You were supposed to be our anchor, our calm in the tide. But anchors rust, break loose and drift off to the side. Now the market feels hollow like a heart gone cold inside. And the trust we had in you is something we can't revive. Billions on the brink, shaking faith in every trader. Funds freeze, blockchain sees chaos now or later. The black swan's approaching, wings heavy like a crater. This is the moment that separates the truth from the traitors. And I wish it didn't end like this. Wish we didn't live through this collapse of a myth. But every bubble bursts, every mask slips, and every peg breaks when the stress hits. Goodbye, USDT. You were never what you claimed to be. You held the world together till the seams gave way on me. A stable heart that cracked under the weight of history. And now your fall gon' spark the black swan we refuse to see. Goodbye, tether. Farewell forever. The markets won't be the same, but at least now we face the truth together.
All right, all right, all right. Hold on.
Stacks crumbling, Bitcoin tumbling, lights flicker in the chain.
Yo. All right. I'm ready to lock back in a little bit on this article. I might be live for like a little bit longer. If anyone wants to like watch me really kind of like try and write a little bit more of this, I mean, you're more than welcome to. I'll be kind of going through, You'll see how it's gonna get structured, but I'm gonna pick this shit apart by like every little piece of investigation that I've done up until this point. Basically, like I want the AI photos, I want the fake partnerships, I want the transactions, I want the weird stuff about Sam, I want the insider information, all the people behind the project that, yeah, like the community, the way they attack people, everything. I'm gonna put it all in here. The title of this article specifically is going to be Crypto's Biggest Cult, Zebec. And it's going to be a banger. There's no way this shit isn't a banger. All right? What was I just going to do? I was just going to do something. And I made a little clip today that I posted that is very good. This chick is like she got a super nice voice. But it basically raises the question, why did major investors really get into Zebec in the first place? And when you go ahead and take a look at the CerTic audit, I mean, you kind of start to see, well, they left the back door open to funnel a bunch of money from people. And I think if you're a rich guy, don't give a fuck, you probably would do something like that. So, it just seemed weird to me. But let me show you guys the clip. It was actually pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, I really cooked. Hold on. I really cooked. This next episode is gonna be I don't even know how crazy this next episode is gonna be, guys.
What does Zebec do?
We gotta turn this down. It's gonna get really loud. Sorry.
What does Zebec do that would make all these, big investors so interested?
I'm sorry, guys. I watched this like 100 times after I made it because it's just so fire. The beat is just so fire. Like, I don't know what to do. All right. But if you take a look at all these
Big investors so...
Excuse me. Right. You will see what I already discussed earlier in this live, which is the bad audit. And right there, I literally show you maliciously pause the ZBC migration service, all this stuff. It tells you exactly what's wrong with this. You can mint ZBCN to any account. This is the worst one. Update admin. Grant admin role to malicious account. So they acknowledged this and never took it away. That is a big problem. And these guys freaked out. These guys are freaking out. The second I started talking about the Treasury and their CerTic audit, they freaked the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I don't think they know how to act right now. All right, there's a lot of people. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I know there's some people probably still watching this that are involved. So, but you guys know you're fucked. I hate to break it to you. You guys know. Like, let's just stop playing around here. But you can go through this. 43% wallet holdings, and then I go into the address here. Excuse me. You'll see the address right here. Calci Inc. does business as Zebec Protocol. This is the bad address on the document. Ooh, this is the real address right here. And when you actually take the real address and you type it in on Google, it comes up to scam after scam after scam. This address connect to a scam. Shopify forced scam. A person claimed to be able to help with crowdfunding campaign. Gave me a bank routing number and account name and account number with this address. Oh dear. I mean, there's even an unfortunate, adult content thing running out of this weird office. And I know, oh, registered agent's just going to choose a random address, bro. Okay. The registered agent must have put the wrong address on the Form D SEC document then, right? Like, this is what gets me so frustrated. All right, because I know it's bullshit. And it's a crime to not fix this. They're purposely not fixing it. Yeah, but I made this clip, and this shit's a banger, bro. We got to watch it. We got to watch it one more time. Hold on.
What does Zebec do that would make all these, big investors so interested?
it's just perfect. It's just perfect to me. Can we play it one more time, guys? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just perfect. And this, like, the most angelic vocals I've ever heard. I put this out with these vocals, with this beat, because it's important, because it should be listened to. And I think people, I'm telling you, I think it hits. Like, with these vocals, it just hits. You can't forget this. You can't forget. One more time, and we don't have to talk about it anymore. But it's just the most raw evidence you can get, and these people have stopped talking since I brought up the Treasury wallet. It has taken me months to get to this point. I was investigating this before they even introduced the Treasury wallet, and now we have discovered the Treasury wallet. They are fucking freaking out. Uphold, I have so many questions for you. I that's why I reached out to the doctor. We'll see what the doctor has to say. If he doesn't respond, I mean, Uphold's gonna get off kind of scot free from this anyway, because they don't, they have very loose regulations and laws, but Zebec's probably not. And Uphold's just gonna be like, oh, we didn't know, and they'll get away with it. One more time.
What does Zebec do that would make all these, big investors so interested?
You guys are gonna hate me. We're gonna replay it one more time. This is yo guys. This was me all day today, just replaying this shit. Listen, the reason I threw a little eyes wide shut in here is because motherfuckers' eyes is wide shut right now. Nobody actually understands what's going on with Zebec. The people who are in this community, their eyes are wide shut. They've been indoctrinated into some type of, I don't know. We can call it a cult. We cannot call it a cult. The way I see people attacking other people, it's pretty culty, if you ask me. Just my opinion, right? You guys can go ahead and make your own opinion. This is my opinion. One more time. And then I promise we will stop.
What does Zebec do that would make all these, big investors so interested? What does Zebec...
All right. That shit was fire, right? You guys can't lie. It was pretty fire. So, the start of my article, and then we'll go ahead and get off of this live, because I do want to... this might take me longer than I expected to write this article if I really want it to be good. But it all really started with this AI picture, guys. They fucked up. They really messed up, and I would have never looked at this as deep as I did without them saying photography was not permitted during these discussions. But then they use fake AI pictures, and what happens is the community gets so mad. You guys are a bunch of scammers. Here you go. Here's someone get mad. You guys are a bunch of scammers. Everyone in Korea, Japan, and China already knows that you're a bunch of trash. It's a shame. They say there's no photography permitted during the discussions. And then bottom right corner right here, this photo was allegedly pulled from a telegram after Zebec states no photos were permitted. So that was a red flag for me, and maybe it's not, too big of a deal. That was enough for me to look further into it. And then, the rabbit hole, it just started, guys. It just completely opened up and went wild. And we can speculate. I'm gonna get off of this live right now and continue writing this probably just for a little bit with a beer or something, but we can speculate, guys, but I'm going to tell you my opinion, right? I feel I'm, at this point, expert on this situation, and I think, truly, and I've said this multiple times, but I think this is some type of, I don't know who dropped the quote. I think it was Alex Rose. Shout out Alex Rose, the homie. I got some videos on his channel, but he said this seems less like a scam and more like economic warfare, and I almost couldn't agree more, right? Or couldn't agree less, or whatever. And you can really start to see this when you take a specific look at Galen LeCun, right? Galen LeCun, who also has a shady history to say the least, is a classic origin story contradiction. On one hand, Galen LeCun presents a narrative of being a college dropout or someone who failed and had to rebuild from a setback in Hong Kong. On the other hand, the official records show a very different high society trajectory. He was a high achiever at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, and far from failing, he was on the Dean's List in spring of 2017, and we literally have proof of that right here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and watch the video of him explaining his story, because once you guys are going to see this and be like, wait, what? All right, so this is him, right? Has a career at PwC Crypto, Hong Kong, third founding board member. I don't like that this is from Hong Kong. I'm sorry. I'm American. I don't like it. I don't like it. And the shit keeps going back to with the UK. China and the UK could easily be working against us. Easily to take money from us. Easily. And when you look even deeper into it, guys, BitThump delisted Zebec, and they are a South Korean exchange. At the time, Zebec was the number 2 sold coin on their exchange. They delisted them for security issues, but it's a South Korean exchange. Just pay attention to that, right? Because who hates South Korea and who hates China? South Korea and China hate each other. So it was just interesting to me that you have a Galen LeCun Hong Kong connection, Sam Tapalaya, and Zebec gets delisted from BitThump. I don't know. Something to look at. Something I considered. Basically, in my opinion, the story got swept under the rug, and I always kind of wondered why. Why is Galen LeCun and Sam Tapalaya's relationship not being questioned more? And obviously, we go deeper and deeper into this. Right now, this was a narrative that went out a little bit ago. Basically, the agentic AI community, they literally had every CIA-operated company on here. Ridiculous. That's a scam. And basically, this all started one day where I got a message from somebody, et cetera, et cetera. We all know the story. I'm not going to go ahead and get into it again, but I'm in the middle of writing this article, guys. Obviously, if you've watched my videos, you know what has kind of happened, on to this point. But you guys know Galen LeCun's history. You know what it says here, right? His perceived history is that he was a failed college student, da-da-da-da-da. But, how did he find his way in a $38 million scam, right? Let's look up Galen LeCun real quick. I've seen one of his videos before. We actually haven't even spent time in this series looking into him. And we will, but when the time comes to it, because right now the main priority is Sam Tapalaya, etc.
I knew when I came in at UST, I wanted to be an investment banker. I wanted to achieve these types of things. I want to be socially recognizable.
Honest opinion, guys, leave a comment in the live chat. CCP or no? Just give me your honest opinion. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. CCP or no? Is this not weird?
But when I came in, it was a completely different story. People were very, very competitive. People knew what they wanted. And I was very, very lost. When I got rejected from global business, I think it was the first big setback. I remember vividly when I got the rejection email, I was like, wow, it's game over. I was very, very down.
This is just so weird. This is just bullshit. You can see through it. This is bullshit.
In the subsequent months, it really had a huge impact on my academics. I had a 2.1 GPA. I didn't do so well. Professor Paul.
Wait. You had a 2.1 GPA, you didn't do so well. What? You have a bachelor's of business from Hong Kong University, and you were on the Dean's List in spring of 2017. My God, dude. What?
Paul Foster is an amazing guy. I met him in my first year of university, and he basically explained GPA.
Who?
I didn't do so well. Professor Paul Foster is amazing.
Yeah, you want to see how deep I'll go? We're not playing around. Early stage technology companies, he co-founded Indeed and was CEO until the company acquisition in late 2012. What? Early stage investor indeed. So, nothing is making sense here. Okay. Where does Indeed give their data? Who does Indeed give their data to? I mean, okay, we're not gonna go that far. Galen Kuhn.
Guy, I met him in my first year of university, and he basically explained to me in life, it's the journey that you come across that's very important. You have a lot of challenges, but it's how you get back up and take the experience in and continue moving forward. I turned to entrepreneurship because I had to do something much more bold.
Bro, I can feel it. I can feel it in my heart of hearts. This is bullshit. This was probably made to get him a narrative. 100%.
Do something much more ambitious. There were a few key areas I started exploring. One was my hobby at that time, 3D printing. Didn't work out, but it was really, really good experience. I then came into VR headsets. Obviously, it was too early in terms of the metaverse at that time. Having two failures.
Okay. What is the likelihood? What what is the actual likelihood that this guy just he's experimenting with 3D printers and VR headsets? This is just bullshit.
In mind, I was like, okay, third time's charm. Why don't we keep on trying? So I spent about 2-3 months learning about crypto before I came in, and that's when the rest is history. I started Double Peak, venture fund, family office, because as an entrepreneur myself, I faced many rejections as well as failures, especially in Hong Kong. Rather than hearing no, no, no.
I'm not racist. I promise. This motherfucker's working. He's working for the CCP. He's dripped out in red right now. Who do you think his allegiance is tied to?
The time I want to give these really moonshot bets, these opportunities for these entrepreneurs to at least have this ability to try, and maybe if they try and succeed, then I'll be very, very happy.
Well, did you guys succeed with the movement scandal? I'm just trying to figure out here, where's the connection? Because you clearly helped a starting entrepreneur, Sam Thapalaya, and he's scammed. So these are questions that need to be asked, bruh. What? Galen. Come on, man.
Adversity is a snapshot in time. If you had to tell that 20-year-old Galen who was rejected from global business and that was his world back then, that I am in the position that I am today, I'd be shocked. It's about picking yourself back up from the ashes, rebuilding from scratch, and building a better fortress. When you look back, you've actually gone a long, long way.
All right, well, now we have to ask the question, all right, what's the likelihood that the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology has espionage? Well, just ask yourself, what's the likelihood? I think it's pretty likely, personally. I think it's pretty likely that if you're working in science and technology, just like here in the United States, if you're working in science and technology at a very, high standard university, something like MIT, yeah, if you're top of the line, if you're smart, you're going to get sent on a mission somewhere for the CIA. And in this case, it's going to be the Chinese version of whatever that is. I don't trust this guy's story, not one bit. And we'll get into that in later episodes, where right now we're really focused on the Treasury and Sam and Zebec as a whole. But this is why I always put Galen in this mix, because I have a feeling that him and Sam, their partnership never ended. They're still going strong, and I don't like that. I think that's bad. That's pretty much it for this video, for this live or whatever. I just want to get on here and just talk my shit real quick and just show once again that the Zebec community is unwilling to answer any questions ever at all about anything. And this will end on my terms. I want to make that very clear. This will end on my terms. I have control of the narrative. You guys do not. And yeah, that's about it. You feel me? All rights reserved to Hong Kong, I guess. It's crazy. And Yeah, I'll keep looking into the Treasury wallet, but it's starting to feel like these guys are wrapped up, man. I really don't like. They aren't even arguing against this, so they're caught. They're caught. People are starting to internally back away from the project, which I recommend to do before things get even worse. And again, I want to say to the Zebec community, if there's anyone out there who wants to tell me the truth, who wants to come out and be honest about what's actually going on, we can talk, right? But at this point, I've already submitted an IC3 report. So if you want to clear your name and go ahead and let me know what you want to have to say, then go ahead. But we're going to have to go and take it from here. I'll keep investigating. I'll keep dropping and figuring out what an episode 4 is going to be and what it's going to look like. I will have an article out soon, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate every one of you for tuning into this and helping out with this investigation. You feel me?